You can't be into fragrances without coming across the Stronger With You line by Armani. And in today's video, I'm gonna rank the 4 Armani Stronger With You in my collection. Let's get straight into it here at Mr. Season Senpai. Guys, thank you for joining me for another snack-sized, bite-sized bit of fragrance content. I'm holding Stronger With You in front of me, and we're going to be talking about the 4 in my collection. Now, hey, I know there are more, and before we get going, I'll tell you straight off the bat, amber, it's good, but you don't need it if you've got another one, and I'll come to that in a second. And tobacco, I just ain't got it. Simple as. So the 4 that I've got, well, let's start off with the EDT, the OG. Bit dirty there, giving a wipe. Nice fragrance, nothing wrong with it. That vanilla chestnut warm spicy aroma. It was the go-to, the OG, but it's in last place. Why? Because the performance, it just ain't good enough. And when you compare it to the others, that's why it's in 4th place. It just doesn't perform. It's a nice fragrance, but you'll only get 3-4 hours out of it. So that's number 4. Number 3 in my collection is the next step up, Intensely. Of course it is. I believe any man with any fragrance collection worth its salt should have Stronger With You Intensely in their arsenal. It's one of those iconic fragrances. When they brought this baby out, they really did hit the jackpot because it was a mass appealing, warm, spicy, seductive, sexy fragrance. Played on the original DNA and just took things and elevated things much further. And I like it. I have to be honest though, if you've watched some of my videos, I do prefer a Zara Most Wanted Parfum, but in my collection, Stronger With You Intensely deserves a place in 3rd spot out of my Stronger With You collection. If that makes sense. I think we're getting there. Right, number 2. Numero 2 is a more recent iteration, Stronger With You Parfum. Now, I love this fragrance. When you compare it to Intensely, what I get from this is similar performance. They're both good performers, 6 to 8 hours solid longevity. No, they're not big projectors. You get decent projection for the first 1 or 2 hours, mind. But then they turn into just beautifully crafted scents. The Parfum really did tickle my pickle last year because of the leather note that's in it. Maybe you could see a bit of a rubbery vibe to it, but it's a bit smoky and seductive. It's got like the chestnut, the vanilla, the spicy notes, some florals in there. I think it's lavender. Let me just check on that one. Yeah, got it bang on. Lavender, some sage, and it's got that toffee. Beautiful fragrance, it really is. And the beautiful thing about this one is the suede at the bottom, that leathery note. And I just really like this fragrance a lot. That's why it's at number 2. Okay, at number 1 in my collection, you probably already guessed it, I imagine, is Stronger With You Sandalwood. Now, I do love a bit of wood in my fragrance, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the more recent ones. Maybe amber came out after this, pop it in the comments, I can't remember, but Stronger With You Sandalwood. It is buttery smooth. The difference being there's a hint of wood, not your dark, deep wood, it's your lighter timbers, if I like to say, timbers and light woods and cedars. Pardon me. It still holds on to the Stronger With You DNA with that chestnut vibe. It still has the vanilla in the base, but it adds a bit of difference with the wood in the middle. It gives it a bit more poke, a bit more punch, a bit more masculinity. It's not too loud and sweet. It's a bit more sophisticated. I don't know why I'm whispering. I would kind of say performance across the whole entire line, apart from the EDT, is decent, mid to upper. They're not beast mode by any stretch of the imagination. They're quite intimate scents. They're quite nice. They're quite unctuous. And that's my favorite, Stronger With You Sandalwood. Beautiful. I love the woody play on the Stronger With You DNA, because sometimes you don't want something too vanilla-y, you want something a bit more masculine, and that's what this gives. I hope you agree. That was a quick video, enough waffling. Thank you guys for being on, and please do consider liking, subscribing and commenting. It is helping the channel enormously. Thank you guys, I appreciate all you regulars. I'm keeping my eyes on you all, and that's it. Bye bye.